So it's late in the day, it's me time, so I got nothing better to do around here, so it's 9:30. So I've been wanting to work on this bike for a couple months now, but I might have seen some of the videos laying here for a while. This is the frame swap shovelhead, 1973, that my friend was selling. Nobody wanted to pay any money for it, so I bought it and traded. So now it's mine. It's been sitting outside in front of the El Camino there for about 8-9 months under cover, so it's gotten corroded and dirty sitting under there, but even though it's covered with a bike cover and over a canopy, it still gets dirty. So anyway, my plans are to not make it look like this anymore. I want to take off the ugly part and leave whatever's left. That's the plan. Guarantee you that seat's not going to be staying. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to keep it as a swing arm bike. I'm not sure how you're going to make a swing arm bike look any good because they all look like crap. But I'm gonna experiment a little bit and play around. Those big ugly shocks there really don't help the bike at all. Yeah, fat tanks, fat seat, skinny tire. People like that these days. Anyway, it's definitely in need of some help. The motor, tranny, clutch primary, all that stuff, it started, ran good, all that. It just looks like crap sitting outside like it has. And it's got this nice custom chrome cam cover on here, which really helps out the cosmetics a lot. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with all this junk, but like I said, I'm going to just start taking off the ugly stuff. Yeah, forward pegs, are they still in? Everybody wants mid controls. I don't like them, but I like footboard, and it does have the tab still there. That's a plus for me. That's because I like old bikes, like my Panhead over here. I think if it looked like that, it'd be great, but you know, like a real bike. But we'll see. So this thing hasn't been running months. I don't really see a reason to run except for one reason. I'm sure whatever oil we put in that oil tank is now in the motor. And it'd be nice if it was back in the tank so I can drain it out. Other than that, I don't see a redeeming reason to start it. So, but I did wobble it, had gas in it. Yep, it's got a lot of gas in it, you can hear it. I'm sure it's fresh too. So let's see if anything happens. Ooh, it goes in. That means it might run already. Is it running out the other side yet? The lift is dry. I already cleaned all the oil out from under it that was leaking out. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Carburetor still has the drips in it we normally had, so remember I cleaned. If you go back to the frame swap shovelhead playlist, you can watch what we did this bike. I did not really rebuild the carburetor correctly. I didn't put any new parts in it. I did rebuild it though. It actually did run pretty good. So if you go watch the last video in that playlist, it says 1973 shovelhead frame swap. You will see what it looks like. Alright, let's see if we can make this thing run. I remember I had to hotwire it to make it start before. Assuming there's a headlight on this thing. Oh, it even works. We have juice, that's a good sign. We hardly can feel everywhere. Turn that off. It'll still leak. Yeah, so why do it? It's just going to leak anyway. Alright. Let's see here. I think I just jammed the screwdriver someplace and it started. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it had a bad circuit breaker. That was the problem. Ourselves a nice donor screwdriver to use. Something that's already been abused more than once. Of course, it's got open drag pipes, so it should be nice and quiet. something. That doesn't work. None of those are working. All right. Plan B. Oh. If you want to know how to steal a bike, oh, I didn't say that, did I? How to start a bike when you don't have the ignition key. How about that? You have a solenoid exposed like this. All you do is touch that to that and it runs. Same on a car. It'll spin. You just need a donor screwdriver, looks like this, that you don't really care much about. Alright, let's see what happens here. I gotta get the camera out of the way enough I can work around the bike. That's what the problem was. Circuit breaker. Circuit breaker bypass. Yep, circuit breaker just popped on, I heard it. So, if we put a jumper wire from there, past the circuit breaker, to there, so we get the contact, not to the ground. Yeah, that works. That warmed it up. It's warm. I welded it shut, but I broke it free. So I got two issues. The starter button ain't working. I don't remember what I did. And we got a bad circuit breaker over here that triggers as soon as you put a load on it. This one right here is bad. But there's not a lot of room to put jumper wire on there to make it work. So I already welded itself in there once. I'll try it again. It worked so good the first time. We have so much room in here. Alright. I just hooked that to the battery. And the problem is so many things that are grounded over here. Hook them to all the normal stuff. Right there should work. Alright, so now I got a jumper on the, we're bypassing the circuit breaker right now with the jumper wire. Okay, now we can try to see if it'll start. Yeah, we're on this side of the bike now. What the hell? It doesn't matter which side we're on. So you gotta jump up on the bike. Ignition's still on, great. That wire, didn't like that. Yeah, it's a hot wire. Breaker just popped again anyway. So we need we need 3 hands. Need to bypass the circuit breaker with this, and I need to start the solenoid over there too, and work the throttle. I'm not sure I can do all of those. Yeah. Simple tasks get very hard. Okay. I think we're going to have an easy way of doing this. Alright, I know this isn't going to work. Surprised I didn't melt this in half already. Alright, we're going to start taking the bike apart, and I'll get to the battery eventually so I can start it. Got that. I'm going to turn the gas off because it's already leaking everywhere. I got to uncover a few things so I can get to the areas I want to. Okay, gas is off. Of course, like I said, it's already leaking fuel. Take ourselves a rag. Something that's semi-clean. Yeah. Not very. Got a little gas leak over through here. Nothing serious, you know, just puddling down through the motor. Okay, I'm gonna do that like that. Okay, I'm gonna start disassembling components we don't need. I think we're gonna start with that ugly, or that wonderful seat. Now, if there's any parts in this bike that you guys really want, they might be available. At a reasonable price, too. So we're gonna get our tool bucket over here arranged so we can use tools. So we got a basket here for putting bolts in. Big tools go down there out of the way. Small tools stay here. That slides over, so I got access to it. You gotta have access to your screwdriver. They're very important tools. Those we don't use very often. Then you need your normal ratchets, double box inch, half inch, 9/16 is your normal stuff. You need an extension or two. You need a half inch and a 9/16 socket for sure. You definitely always need those. I think we need a breaker for a cord extension. And for primary coverage, you gotta have a 3/16 Allen. Alright, there's our key stuff. So we got all key stuff right here in front of us. You know, it's probably a 7/16 wouldn't hurt, but I really use it. But those are your key stuff. Well, these parts you can take apart, get most of a bike apart pretty easily. Okay. I like my quarter drive socket set also. It makes it easy to take stuff apart. Alright, so I think I'm going to work our way back here somehow. Okay, that appears to be about a 7/16 wrench. Yeah, that's wonderful. This here, all this metal's on 7/16. So we'll start taking some of it apart. Alright, I'm going to go below my airline. Blow all the dust and dirt off. We'll be right back.